Fellas, welcome to another long overdue video, the Labs Loot Guide. So far we have covered custom and Streets of Tarkov. If y'all are new here, I do occasional Tarkov guides and PvE loot runs mainly. Before we start, I wanted to mention that there is a lot of loot in Tarkov, and therefore I'm inevitably gonna miss some of it. As well, with the new system that determines if loot containers are there or not, sometimes the loot outcome that y'all get will be a tad bit different. Definitely will affect the quality of the run. Not by a whole lot though. Today we're going to be covering the run itself and some key spots you might want to prioritize on said run, the 3-raid average for time and money earned, the potential danger of the run based off ranking out of 5 stars, and the overall 5-star rating for the run. Now, you won't need any of these keys for the run. I know they're expensive. However, if you're really looking to maximize your money, go ahead and grab these keys. Starting off with your red card, your black card, you'll want violet as well, yellow key card, and potentially green key card. I believe that you can still profit off of green key card. However, it's not as reliable as the previous ones mentioned. And don't even worry about getting blue. You can get it if you want, but I don't use it. You also might want the Terror Group Arsenal Storage Room key. You may want the Manager's Office key, however, I find it quite risky to hit, and the Lab's Weapon Testing Area key, of course. I will mention one more key, the Residential Unit key card. However, this is a unique experience where it is guaranteed to spawn each raid. I'll show you all the spawns when we get there, but you're going to want that as well. It is probably one of the best, if not the best key card in Labs. I don't think I missed anything. Let's go ahead and start her up, shall we? As you can see, we're in my editing software covering the Labs map itself. Today we're going to be splitting the run into 2 separate colors to make it a tad bit easier to follow. We're going to be covering the blue run, which covers the top half of the map with the round table and reception area, and the red run, which covers, guess what, the bottom. This is where black, green, blue key card, residential key, all that hangs out. So since we mentioned it first, let's go ahead and start with our blue run. To kick off our blue run, let's say for example you spawned at reception. I don't know if reception's actually a spawn, but let's go with it. Your closest means of loot is definitely the bunk beds through here, because there is a safe right on this wall. It will always be there. It always has been there for me. There's as well a few jackets, a few filing cabinets in there, so if you're interested in that, I'd also be quite careful in this reception area, as PMCs like to spawn along this ridge and in the reception area itself. Like straight out of bunks, I'd head over yonder, up the staircase, and we will go to the 2nd story map and into the admin room here. The admin room has a black keycard spawn on the desk in the back. Actually, I think it's on the chair behind the desk, like meeting room desk. There's as well 4 or 6 PC spawns, a couple filing cabinets on the side here, a lot of loose valuables scattered around, so keep your eye out. Next up, you got a few options here. You could head into the little parking control room. You could hit the button if you want to open it. However, it spawns raiders sometimes. Some people say it always spawns raiders. I haven't had that experience. Maybe they got stuck or something, but take that how you will. But there's a few loose valuable spawns, as well as a filing cabinet. And if you hit this, I'd go ahead and head down to yellow and hit yellow. Yellow is probably, I'd say, the most profitable key card behind residential key, so don't sleep on it. But if you want a separate route from admin room, go ahead and head down to violet and red. If you don't have violet and red, you can still loot this kind of area. There's a lot of PC blocks on the glass windows. Couple weapon boxes outside, couple loose med spawns and such in the front door. While you're here, you might as well check the other keycard spawns. Red can spawn on, I think, one of these couches. Near the vending machine, I'm pretty sure it's this top one here, but I check both regardless. And then yellow can spawn on the kind of counter bar area. While you're up here, if you want to risk it, you can go ahead and loot around the round table. Round table has a lot of very valuable spawns, GPU spawns. I don't hit it as much as I probably should because it is quite risky. As far as the blue run is concerned, that's kind of most of your loot, and you will probably fill up from hitting all of that. You could theoretically hit some duffel bags here and there throughout the hallways. The gym has a few duffel bags. I'm sure lecture has a few. I know parking has a few weapon box spawns throughout it. If it looks safe, go for it. Why not? I'll go ahead and show you the extract I usually take from reception. Go ahead and take this door to the old boiler room, head down this staircase, go to the basement map here, and then there will be a power switch you flick right on this little wall where my mouse is, and that will activate this elevator over yonder. So you just go wink, 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 hit the elevator, and you're good. You could go out parking garage if you desire. Keep in mind, if you have yellow key card, you hit the switch in yellow, disable the alarm or siren or whatever for the parking garage. It'll be a lot safer. That's our guide for the blue run. I'll go ahead and get the 3 raid time and money average for you. It's gonna take a minute. I'm gonna have to sift through some footage, but I'll be back. So our 3 raid average or blue run was 3.55 million, and our average for time was 9 minutes and 37 seconds. Quite fast. As far as a danger rating for our blue run, I'm gonna give it something quite high. I'd say 3.5. Honestly, I don't run into AI often on labs as of recent. However, there's quite a bit of them in the parking area and the second floor. Overall rating, I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. On to our red run. Alrighty, red run time. Let's say we spawn in this little back area. I usually do. From this little back area, I'd head up into this little second floor part. I go ahead and head over. This little part has a couple PC blocks lined up on the glass wall here. And be careful with PMCs that spawn in servers. If you're looting these PC blocks, they will shoot at you. There's a weapon box here as well. I think a few jackets, a bit of loose loot, probably a duffel bag or two. Then I'd go ahead and head down these little metal rafters. There's a few duffel bags on the side I always hit, because why not? And you got a few options from here. Now you can either head down and go to Black Room. Go ahead and loot the testing area, as it's called on this map apparently. The bright side about Black Keycard Room is that there's these little glass windows. You can't shoot through them, but you can look through them. That's the beauty of glass, right? And you can kind of see if there's any LEDX that spawned, if you kind of want to be picky about your black card usage. Your other option to head out from servers. Careful, a lot of PMCs and raiders like to spawn on the second floor, the first floor, practically everywhere in the center. But you can head this way, and right above Black, you can hit the green keycard room. There's a lot of stim spawns, granted not as much as Black, but alongside of green, having a lot of stim spawns, there's a lot of med spawns. There's I think a Black keycard spawn on the desk over somewhere around that little dot. And then this little side room has a lot of nice ammo spawns, a lot of valuable spawns such as figurines and streamer items. A couple weapon part spawns, there's a couple weapon boxes here. This little side room kind of makes green for me. Alright, and whether you hit green or Black, I'd go ahead and head down the staircase. If you hit green, you'll end up at Black down here. I'd go ahead and run all the way down the hall, skip blue. We don't mess with blue around here, and this map isn't updated, but out here is the residential area. One spawn I failed to mention, so I'm going to throw it in here real quick. The little tented area of the hallway between laboratory and infirmary, so between Black and blue keycard. You can find Violet potentially on one of the desks. Now the residential area itself, even without the keycard, is a great loot. There's just a lot of meds, a lot of containers, a lot of toolboxes, duffel bags, such. The residential keycard itself is its shining star. It's kind of in the back room over here, and the keycard itself will be in one of 11 spawns. And today I'm going to go ahead and look over them for you. Your first spawn will be on the desk in the security room to the right just as you enter, behind a green binder. If it is not there, go ahead and head to the residential room itself, and there is a red chair opposite of the room. It will be sitting right on the center of the chair. If not, turn around. There's a little orange canister with a coat rack. It could spawn behind there on the floor. If it didn't spawn in any of those areas, it's time to go ahead and head into the locked laboratory area. If you're unaware, there's a button in the little side room that you hit, and it will unlock the laboratory area. The next spawn you're looking for will be in the locked area to the right, and there's a cup on the desk. It will be inside that blue cup. If it is not there, go ahead and turn around. There's another desk, and there's a calendar on the desk. Can be sitting right next to there. If it's not there, go ahead and head to the first glassy part of the laboratory to the left down the hall. It could be sitting on the single desk to the right after entering. It will be kind of under that weird orange thing on the desk. If it's not there, go ahead and stay in that same room and check the little mobile pedestals under the center desk. Your 8th spawn is also in the same room, also on the center desk. It could be on the blue device. I don't really know what it is, but it looks like a hydraulic press or something. I don't know. If it's not in any of those, go ahead and head back into the hall. Down to the left, there's a cable box at the end of the hallway. It can be sitting on top of that. Our second to last spawn is in the back glass room. There's a desk on the far left. It'll be on the desk on the corner. And if you got unlucky and it's the 11th spawn, go ahead and head to the whiteboard in the back right of that room and look behind it. If it's not in any of those, go ahead and recheck. Alright, anyways, back to the looting guide. Once you get the residential keycard itself, it sells for around, I don't know, 300k for a 2 use on average, but I wouldn't do that because the residential keycard itself, or the residential room itself, quite crazy. You got a good chance of bitcoins until folder spawns. While you're here looking for the residential keycard though, like I said, there's a lot of loot in itself that you can loot as well. Heading out of the residential area, if you're somehow not full, you can go ahead and head one of either two ways to the billiards room, or what. I don't know, whatever that is. Anyways, there's like almost 10 PC spawns. There's a jacket or two, a couple filing cabinets, a couple weapon boxes as well. I think that's it, but there's a lot of PC spawns in there. So if you're looking for GPU chances or you're looking for CPU fans for hideout and such. Now, normally I don't hit the center. However, I'd be amidst. Is that the right word? I'd be amiss. I'd be stupid not to bring it up. So in the center, go ahead and check your first keycard spawn, which is purple. It will be on a sink somewhere around that dot. Next up, I think green can spawn on one of these two desks, as well as a desk under this catwalk here. I don't know if green spawns on that desk in particular, but pretty sure a keycard can spawn there. Of course, there's a lot of PC blocks around here as well. Loose items. They're kind of all around the center. Just has a lot of loot, but again, it's super risky because any PMC and raider on the second floor can easily shoot down at you, and they're also probably going to be on the first floor with you too. So if it's looking safe or you're confident in your abilities, hit the center area. I'd also kind of give this side room a check. It has a couple really good valuable spawns on the desk here. It's like 3 of them. I've gotten a few bitcoins from here. I'm sure you've seen streamers and stuff get good items from there as well. Anyways, heading over to the right side here, I always kind of hit this little alcove. There's a couple, valuable spawns as usual, PC spawns, a bunch of good stuff. And then this is I believe the weapon testing area. A lot of good weapon parts like suppressors and scopes. There's a lot of good ammo spawns, a couple weapon boxes, a couple weapon spawns itself. Just general good room to hit. he's not that expensive either, if I believe. And I'd say everything else on the red side, I don't really touch at all. Actually, that's a lie. There's one more thing. These two offices on the second floor, again, a lot of PC blocks, a lot of rare valuable spawns. There's I believe a safe in one of these, maybe both. Filing cabinets, intel folder spawns, bunch of goodies. I don't hit it that much because, again, it's kind of risky. These glass panels, any PMC or raiders that spawn on this far right side will kind of beam you, so be wary of that. Anyways, I think that does it. So your extract for the red loot run, what I usually take is you take one of these staircases, bing, bing, you take it all the way down to basements. You'll come out either here or here. Come out here, you're gonna run all the way down. You come out here, you're gonna run all the way down. You're gonna hit the power switch here, and then you run back and wait for the elevator white moi. Again, be careful. PMCs and raiders like to spawn on this kind of hallway, and they will catch you off guard, believe me. But I believe that does it for our red run, so let's get to the 3 raid averages, shall we? So our 3 raid average money earned wise on the red run was 4.09 million on average, and the average time it took was 16 minutes and 2 seconds. A bit longer, but a lot more profit. The danger rating for the red run, honestly, I'll give it like a 2, maybe 2.5. I'll give it a 2 though, solid 2. If you run it a lot, you kind of learn where to be careful, what spots to keep your guard up, and it'll get easier the more you run it, really. It kind of goes with everything, but you get it. An overall rating, I'll give it a 5 out of 5 freaking stars, man. That's crazy, ain't it? That does it for my in-depth labs loot guide. If I missed anything, let me know. Missed any crazy spawns, let me know. Also, let me know how much money you started making. Anyways, I hope you found this useful. Hope I helped you in any way possible. And as always, thank you for joining me.